Well, hello everybody, and welcome back to our another episode here on We've Seen Some Things. I'm Cindy, not Cindy. I'm Cindy, and that's Ashley. Um, and we have today's topics. We have three, I think. I think I did three. Yeah. Spent a week on these topics, looking and researching and mind you, today is we're going to have some political topics, but these are all going to be unbiased. We're going to be unbiased, even though I hate to be unbiased because I have a very strong political opinion. But we're going to stick to unbiased today just because our podcast is not centered around, one side or politics. So without further ado, we can get started. And these are the most researched and asked questions for June this month. So hopefully we can give you some clarification on these. We're not always right, but hopefully we can give you an idea. So the first topic we have here, are people actually thinking for themselves anymore? And really the main discussion here are voters and everyday people researching issues and representatives themselves, or are people mostly forming opinions based on political parties, media personalities, influencers, family opinions, and emotional reactions. So hopefully this works because it's extremely relatable. It's not overly political. We want to be open-minded and we want to give both humor but a serious discussion. And we want to let people hear from, you know, we want all sides to feel included. So from Pew Research, it states Republicans and Democrats place their trust in two nearly inverse news media environments. So that quote really stood out to me because it explains why people feel like they're living in two different realities. Two people can both genuinely believe they're informed while hearing completely different information. And honestly, I think people naturally trust information that already matches what they believe. So, Duke University research states identity beats policy. And honestly, that says a lot because I think many people emotionally choose sides first and then defend everything connected to that side afterward. And before anybody gets offended again, I think both political parties do this. Um, let's see. So, what I want to ask the viewers, so if you can leave in the comments, either on YouTube or I don't know if there's a Spotify section for comments. Maybe go to our YouTube and leave us a comment or message us here on Facebook. Do you think people research enough before forming opinions? Could you answer that next? Or Ashley, I'm sorry. I call her Mix because that's her VR username.
Um, to me, I don't think nobody has their own opinion. They go off what other people go off.
Right. That's what I was thinking, honestly. And I feel like that's the case in many things because one, I do political debates a lot. I did, especially during the election. And I feel like every time I would do a political debate, it would the other side. So I honestly research and go off unbiased articles and everything else. But every time I would have a debate, I would ask them, what policies, what policies make you like this representative of your party? And they cannot give me a full answer. And just by that, I can already tell they form their opinion mostly based off of their political ideology. But, you know, um, what they're listening from other people. I think we need more unbiased research, especially in politics. I see you there, Carrie. She answered no on that one. Exactly. We need to do research. Um, Next question. Do you think people trust political parties more than actual policies? On that one, I would say yes. Again,
Mm,
with just doing research here. I honestly think we need to research these policies. I mean, we need to stop listening to other people, stop listening to biased news articles and stations, and do our own research. And then, based off that, judge how we feel because it aligns to our political views and our ideals. Let's see. And another question, this was very asked this month, is do you think people are emotionally attached to politics now? And I'd say yes, emotions
Yeah,
have
I agree with you.
a big role in politics. And in politics, you know, it has to do with a lot. It has to do with education. It has to do with money, all the above, everyday life. So of course it's going to be emotionally attached. Um, a big one though I want to talk about is do you think people confuse disagreement with disrespect? I think so.
I do too.
And I feel like I feel like we confuse it with disrespect because I feel like, I don't know, I'd say the last 20 years of you know, what is it? Gen X now, Gen
Hmm.
Z, maybe. Um, I feel like they solely have been raised on that it's okay, just well, disagreement's not okay. Who can win the argument? And I feel like everything, when you have a conversation now, it feels like, well, am I being attacked? And I think we honestly need to sit back and just think about it a little bit because, I feel like politics now have gotten to the point where who can beat each other in this argument? We're not thinking about it as we're all in it for the same sake of our nation and for our people. It's more who can be on top. Um, I'm going to read Carrie's message here. She says, we need to be free thinkers and not form an opinion on how you feel about a party personally. Search up actual unbiased facts, not facts from one side or another. Exactly. I love that
Hmm.
comment you just said there. 100% agree.
I agree too.
So hopefully we gave people clarity on that one because that was a really, I mean, that has been really researched lately. And so hopefully we could give a little clarity on that. But our next topic here, and this is another really popular research question now, why is everyone so lonely now? So, our main discussion on this one are why are people more disconnected, isolated, emotionally exhausted, and struggling with their relationships, even though everyone is constantly connected online? So, all of our topics today, mind you, play into essentially politics, I would say, or have to do with beyond the lines. I'm going to read Carrie's message here now. We used to be able to agree to disagree, but nowadays everyone thinks if you don't think the way I do, you need to die. Exactly. That
Hmm.
100%. 100%.
Definitely.
Playing into that again. I think honestly, we need to all look at it like we used to, is we're in it for the sake of this nation and for the people, not trying to win an argument.
Yep.
Okay. So U.S. Surgeon General reports say in recent years, about 1 in 2 adults in America reported experiencing loneliness. So that statistic honestly shocked me because half Americans reporting loneliness is heartbreaking. And honestly, I think people are craving real connection again. So another Surgeon General report says loneliness is far more than just a bad feeling. So what's scary is researchers are saying that loneliness affects both mental and physical health. And I think people are emotionally exhausted. Everyone's stressed, everyone's overwhelmed, and that can play into politics as well. And I honestly think people miss genuine human connection. So, recent 2026 survey states 38% of Americans said they've gone no contact with friends or family in the last year. And I could see that playing into politics because I feel like, again, someone makes a Facebook post, say your friend or your aunt or your cousin, and It's just, if you don't agree with them, then you're like, you let me block you. I don't want to see you anymore. And I feel like that's so sad. Harry said too much connection can also give adverse effects. There's a line, and we have too much access to others now. That's true. Very much true.
Yeah.
So I think people are cutting each other off faster now instead of communicating, definitely. People seem less patient with each other, and I think society has become emotionally exhausted. And again, that can play into the topics we have today. So I want to ask the viewers and Ashley here, why do you think so many people feel lonely now? What do we think is, what do we think the disconnect is?
Mm, I mean, I have to agree with what you said. That's what it is. That's what it mainly is.
And we're going to kind of talk about AI in this next topic. And I don't know, I feel like AI could play a part in that somehow. I think, yeah, you can be lonely and still be surrounded by lots of people. That's very much true, Carrie. Absolutely. And I think too, especially now that we have stuff like virtual reality and everything else, I feel like you can get more connected in ways that more than you think.
Mhm.
I think there's options. Definitely affordability plays a big part in this too, because not everyone can afford a VR headset and just go and whatnot. But there are ways that you can get a connection. That's very much true. And I want to ask this one because relationships too nowadays, I kind of talked about it earlier, in the very first podcast we had with the introduction. Do you think people give up on relationships too quickly now?
Yes, I do. They don't. They. I might as well just like put it out there. They don't know what a relationship is. To be honest, they think it's just dating and then getting rid of that person. That's all they think about it now. And on
Right.
to the next.
I feel like that part of my language, well, it's not really my language, but like one night stands type of situation. I think that's
Yeah.
what that's what we're thinking now, which is terrible. Terrible. Honestly, I think you should date honestly for the hopes of marriage. And I know a lot of people don't even want to get married now, have children. And again, that can play into lots of things. Affordability, scared of not being able to afford and support your family, a bunch of things. But honestly, I think people should look for genuine connection and not just fun. But there's people out there who do that, and that's
Hmm.
unfortunate. So, another one I want to ask with this topic, do you think people are emotionally overwhelmed?
Absolutely.
I 100% agree on that one. I think they are. There's so many things that can play on emotions nowadays, so many stresses and things people have to deal with. I 100% agree on that one. So, our last topic is is AI helping people or making life more disconnected? Now, this is the number one asked question and research topic of this month and for this whole year, to be honest with you. This is what I really wanted to cover. Are people becoming too emotionally dependent on technology and AI, and is society becoming less human because of it?
Hmm.
Before we talk about that, let's talk about, or Carrie just sent in a message. Authenticity is something I had a hard time with in VR, meaning people are not genuine. They can be whoever they want to be. And personally, I saw way more fakeness than authenticity. Authenticity. Sorry. Words are hard for me today. People need to be more guarded. And that's true. I agree with that. There's a lot of fake stuff, especially online nowadays. Um, and yeah, people need to be more guarded. So trust too. I think trust is very hard nowadays as well. it's hard to trust somebody. And I don't think I'm the only one who feels that. It's hard to trust anyone.
It
I mean,
really is.
I would rather do things on my own than have to trust somebody because, you just can't be dependent on anyone anymore.
Mm-mm.
So coming back to our third topic, and I appreciate you, Carrie, commenting and helping us here and help our podcast, get different perspectives. So are people becoming too emotionally dependent on technology and AI, and is society becoming less human because of it? So again, massive topic right now, super trendy. Um, so we're going to try to make this topic feel current. So Pew Research states half of US adults say the increased use of AI in daily life makes them feel more concerned than excited. Now, I'm probably not one to talk on this because I use AI a lot. I use AI with everything to write up something. It helps, I feel like, on certain things, but it's it's a benefit to an extent, but really I feel like it's hurting us to an extent too.
Yeah.
Um, I feel like we're all becoming more kind of lazy per se by using AI. And I get that it was created in the intent to help. Um, yes, Carrie just said yes, and it should be because people have lost the sense of humanity we grew up with. Exactly. Exactly. So I understand why people say they feel more concerned than excited because AI is moving faster than people can emotionally process. And I think people are excited but also nervous about how much technology is taking over everyday life. So American Psychological Association states research shows excessive use of AI companionship tools may worsen loneliness and social skills. So this plays into loneliness. And that scares me a little because humans need human connection. I get you can talk to your AI, right? But that's not a human connection. That's a robot. Carrie says it's everyone out for themselves, not caring what they do to others. It wasn't like that. Exactly. It wasn't. It wasn't. I definitely know me being raised up in the 50s, definitely not like that. Times have really changed. I will tell you that. Just look at data and research and you'll see. Or just come talk to people my age and you'll understand. But I think people are worried about technology that are worried technology is slowly replacing real interaction. And it is. It definitely is because you see things now in stores, restaurants now, we have robots delivering food. It's taking away the human part and the connection to it. Do you agree, kind of?
Yeah.
I mean, everything has to do with AI now. I mean,
Uh-huh.
at the freaking bank now, they have AIs that talk to you. Um, when you're calling pharmacies now, I know CVS, probably shouldn't say names, but you talk to an AI, you talk to a robot, and you can't get real human service.
Exactly.
And it's like, well, is it going to be like this for everything? Right. I agree with you, Carrie. She says, I like AI, but in limited capacity. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I use it for certain things, but to an extent, no. So Pew Research states many Americans believe AI may negatively affect relationships and creativity. So I think, again, people are worried we're losing authenticity. Everything feels automated now. Like I said, you call the pharmacy, you have an automated thing. You have robots delivering food. You have robots at car washes now. I mean, it's everywhere. Everybody is starting to have AI. You go on a website and they have a little chat box, chat with us, and that's AI. You have, I mean, anything, creating a website, shopping, everything involves AI. And I feel like it's just going to worsen the more we get technologically advanced. Carrie says AI companions, that's dangerous in many ways. Absolutely. I wish I
Yeah.
had the statistics. I haven't done that, but I know there's many articles and things stating that AI companions have led to suicide, many things, harm, physical harm, mental harm. Heck, I hope y'all seen, I wish I had the news thing pulled up. There was a woman in China, I believe, who had an AI, she had like an AI glasses, and through her lens, she could see an AI man, and she got married to him over in China, I honestly, in
That's
my opinion, that's
that's
crazy.
weird.
It's crazy. I, you know, we didn't have that growing up. We didn't have
Mm.
AI. We didn't have the internet. You had to go out there. You had to actually go get involved, be involved, talk to people. And heck, I've been married 40 years now. But now it's just like, well, it's all online. You have dating apps now. Had those for a while. But again, and I think lots of things with dating online has to do with scams. I've
Hmm.
seen lots of scams online. You have fake, clickbait people, fake catfishers just wanting money. I think it's just crazy. And some people fall for these things. I know my mother-in-law, and this was 10 years ago or so, 15 years ago, maybe. I can't remember. I think it was about 10 years ago. She got a call from somebody, and scam calls have been a thing for I don't know how long, but they took a voice. Somehow they got a voice of her family member, called her, said that he hit a pregnant woman with a car, I believe. Now she's dead, everything else. It was fake. She went, got a wire transfer, lost all of her money. Well, not all of it, but some of it. And take for instance 10 years ago how AI and has gotten more advanced over the years. It's scary. You can take your picture now and make dance videos, talking videos. I can't say how many videos I've seen that are AI that look super realistic and people are falling for it. You
Hmm.
know, like someone sitting there saying, "Hey, come click on our website, our cooking videos," and it's all AI and these people are believing them, getting memberships for all these things. It's insane. It's insane that people fall for these things. But no telling 10 years from now. And I hate that my children and grandchildren have to experience this more than I do because I don't have that many years left. I know that. Honestly, I hope I don't make it to 90. That's selfish. But I mean, it's so bad. I love my grandchildren. I love my children, and it's sad they have to grow up like this. It really is.
Hmm.
Harry says the more lonely people are, the easier of a target they become. Exactly. They're vulnerable. And that's people play off their vulnerability. There's no doubt about it. It's crazy. It is. And that's very sad.
The thing is,
So
people think that you're lonely and they're gonna try to take advantage of it.
exactly. That's Carrie just said something along the lines of that. It it's it's really sad. It really is to see, all these people. And again, this could play with stress and heartbreak and all the above. Just everything having to do keeps building up and building up on people.
Hmm.
I can tell you, I wish I had the statistics again. I didn't really go that far. Suicide rates nowadays, insane,
Oh, I know they high.
insane, insane. I can't give you the exact number, but I can tell you I think there's thousands a day,
Oh yeah,
thousands, thousands, and that adds up, and that's terrible. That's
it is.
absolutely terrible. So I have a few questions here I put on this AI topic. Do you think future generations will struggle socially because of technology?
Yes.
We already see it now. We already see it now. Think of it 20 years from now, how advanced it's going to be. It's going to be crazy. Absolutely crazy. Another question here. Do you think people are becoming too dependent on technology? What do we think?
Mm, yes.
I would agree. Sorry, Bobby walked in. I didn't want to keep talking.
You
Um,
good.
interruptions. Exactly, Carrie. Suicides, overdoses. Exactly. Exactly. And then let's see, I think I have more. We've already talked about technologies making people less connected.
Mm-hmm.
Does AI make life easier or more emotionally distant? Both. I would say both
Yes,
on that
that
one.
I say both on that one too.
I mean, it does make it easier, but again, emotionally distant. Absolutely. Are you being robbed? Yes, I am being robbed of my time from Bobby. Blame Bobby for coming in here robbing me of my time. Yeah, that's funny. That's funny. Um, but yeah, it does make life easier, but again, emotionally distant. I think, yeah, I'll tuck my thumb over my fingers and put it behind my back and let y'all see. I'll do 3 knocks and y'all know I'm in trouble. Um, it does make life easier, but emotionally distant too. And I think there's robots that cook food now
Oh
and
yeah.
and pour drinks, everything. I mean, you're losing so much human connection. So much. So with that, I mean, I want to have more topics like this. I loved having topics like this. Just I'll get next episode. I'm gonna be gone next week. I am going on vacation, but we're gonna film early and get a podcast out. Actually, no, I'll be here next week. Let me fix that. I'll be here next week. I won't be here the week after that. So you're gonna have already a pre-recorded podcast in 2 weeks. But thanks for joining us, Carrie. Thanks for being involved in this. Thanks for commenting and showing us your opinion. We love it. Hopefully we can go live more on Facebook because I love having interaction. So with that, thanks for joining us. We're on Spotify, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, all under We've Seen Some Things. Either We've Seen Some Things or We've Seen Some Things podcast. Give us a like, a follow, go comment. I think you can only comment on YouTube, but we'll do clips and announcements on Instagram and Facebook. Without further ado, thanks for joining us today. We'll see you next week.